Hello and welcome to episode 177 of the Death Riders' favorite podcast, Whammy Award-winning Fedcast, the Fox News of the IWC, coming to you from inside the Fed Zone. My name is Steve, and with me as always,
Justin.
And we're here to talk to you about the wacky world of wrestling for the week of February 29th, 2016. Yeah, that's right. This week shouldn't exist.
Yep. I like your read.
Yeah.
The Death Rider.
The Death Rider. Come on, you got a name like that.
I guess you're supposed to, like, you're like, and the Death Rider. He's alright.
The Death Riders have, like, no. You can't be all nice. That's got to be all metal.
He is, in fact, the Rider of Death.
He is.
The Death Rider?
ECW original, and I do mean original as in Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find any information on the dude, so, mazel tov on the name.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Did you check your rule of him being...
I tried. There was no
So
information,
you're hoping.
so I'm just, I'm hoping
Fair
against
enough.
hope here.
So, yeah. WWE had a pretty spectacular Raw last week. I mean, most of it.
Well, they had some good moments. It was good.
Like Shane McMahon coming out. It's kind of a deal.
Yeah. And then you would assume that following it up, the next week, you gotta have, not necessarily equal,
Vince
but
is
you gotta...
back.
Yeah.
Taker was on there.
Yeah.
You're gonna think.
Yeah. This is
And
gonna be
then-
big. And then, wow. Oh my god. Like, wait till you get into it. I probably have not ripped into a Raw this hard in a while, and this one I may go to town on.
Thankfully, ROH had their 14th anniversary
They did.
show, so we get to talk about that last. So
Yes.
well done, ROH. Thank you for saving our week.
Yeah. But my lord, that was some tough shit. Like, there is literally one segment that is sticking out in my mind of, like, this didn't need to happen at all. And it wasted, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to it.
We'll see. Well, we start with TNA.
Yes.
Decent show, Lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
They had their they had what they're going to be doing because they don't do pay-per-views anymore. They'll be doing they're doing their one-night onlys, but those don't count.
Nobody watches those.
Nobody watches those. So they're doing their TV pay-per-view / deals. So Lockdown was good.
Yep.
Open with Beer Money versus EY and Bram. It's good.
Yeah.
Solid. I like that Beer Money's back. They're one of the best tag teams of all time. They are.
Yep. So
even in TNA's that they are. And then I like EY and Bram.
Yeah, it's a good fit. They're doing the matching gimmicks now, which is good. They're an official tag team. Kind of works. Just two guys who are off the rocker.
Two guys that don't even like each other.
Yeah.
But they hate each other less than they hate everybody else.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend type deal, which is good.
And Beer Money got the win. Solid match, solid opener.
Yep.
There was a bit with EC3 and Spud and Hardy and Tyrus. And EC3 burying the hatchet with Spud, and
Yeah.
that was whatever.
I saw this coming a mile away. What ended up happening. Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We get a name of the British gentleman who's been following the decay around.
Yeah.
One Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah. All right.
Who just loves him some Rosemary.
Granted. She crazy, so there's got to be some fun to be had there.
It's like a rom-com set in a Hot Topic.
How long have you been holding on to that one?
Since Tuesday of last week.
All right, fair enough. I tried to take it away from you, but that was pretty strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of is. Not in a bad way. Surprisingly entertaining.
I get some... The only reason I defend...
Yeah.
I got to defend myself on this. The only reason I ever step foot in Hot Topic is pop vinyls.
Does that really make it better?
They also sell WWE t-shirts.
Oh, do they really?
They do.
Oh, cool.
Like up-to-date ones.
Yeah. Like, I haven't been in a hot... Like, I was a goth kid, but I'm pretty confident when I was a goth kid, there was no Hot Topic.
I feel so out of place when I go in there.
Well, yeah.
First off, I'm not a small gentleman.
No.
I'm a bit of a big boy.
Yeah. Oh no, you're head and shoulders above everybody else.
And then
as
the
am I
one
when I walk
that
in
is
there.
in the city of Toronto, which is at Dean Centre, is a very small place. So when
Yeah.
I go in there,
knocking shit over.
I am Groot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, understandable. But I mean,
arms and legs going everywhere, knocking everything over.
Yeah. No, I can understand what you mean. It's kind of like when I walk into the Gap, which has happened on occasion. I just look around and go, I don't belong here. Long trench coat, all in black. No, I'm not a goth kid. I just like trench coats. You just walk in and go, well, this place was not built for me. Moving on,
But yeah, Rosemary does scream Hot Topic.
Yeah.
So does Crazy Steve.
So does Crazy Steve, and in all fairness, as much as we love him, so does Abyss.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jimmy Havoc, he loves him some Rosemary.
He
And
does.
this was a theme throughout the whole episode.
It really was.
Him
They kept going back
professing
to
his
it.
love.
Yeah.
It was him then giving her his mask.
Yeah.
Going, you know what to do with this.
We had so
like,
much fun with this
so,
and kind of thing,
like,
and
I don't want to know.
Nope.
Whatever you do when the doors are closed,
Hey.
no business.
it's all you.
And then it ended with the Decay just beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I assume this is going to lead to a match? Question mark.
I hope.
I mean, either that or he's going to join them, which wouldn't make any sense. So I don't
Although
know.
TNA logic, you never know.
Yeah, that is true. They could do that and be like, well, I can't beat him, so I'm going to join him because, reasons.
Trevor Libiduno again for
Yeah.
the X Division title. Can we stop now?
Well,
These guys have had good matches. They're solid matches, all of them.
yeah.
But there
it's
are
enough.
more X Division wrestlers
Yeah.
other than these two, right?
Well,
like, can we give
Are
someone
they?
other than, well, there's
I mean, there's technically Crazy Steve.
DJZ.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing with the X Division, it isn't a cruiserweight title.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of
it's
become
been
one.
used as that. So I mean, ever since Samoa Joe left, there is nobody else who's not a cruiserweight going for the X Division title. So I mean,
In a
So,
world,
I mean, in
I
a
guess in a
world-
world where the King of the Mountain title exists, where
Yeah.
that could be the secondary, their
Yeah.
Intercontinental
Yeah.
/ that's their secondary title.
Mhm.
I guess the X Division title has now become the de
yeah,
facto
it can very much.
cruiserweight.
Yeah, I
title.
mean, it was always treated that way generally anyway. So I think this would work for that. I mean, there's also. I mean, it's hard to say because there's not.
There's Spud.
Their heels. That's what I was going to say. Is Spud, but spoiler alert for later on. He kind of can't go for it at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also Mandrews.
Mandrews.
I can't stand him, but he's there.
Man, remember when the X Division was a thing?
Oh, it was amazing back in the day. That was what put them on the map.
AJ
and of course,
and
yeah,
Chris Daniels and Kazarian and
Samoa Joe,
Sabin and Shelley.
yeah, all these guys
Even
who have
Shark
moved on to something
Boy
else.
and,
Yeah, Shark Boy. Hey, I'd love me some Shark Boy.
That's unfortunate,
Yeah.
TNA. You should really look into
Yeah,
rebuilding
because
that.
you know what? You're looking to make this a brand that people respect and care about again. X Division is kind of the way to go.
That was your bread and butter for a while there.
Yeah,
So,
you might want to think about that. Just a
saying.
thought.
Another division that's kind of in the state of flux, or meh, if
Yeah.
you will. The Knockouts division.
Yeah, this didn't get any better with this match.
Dollhouse took on Gale and Velvet because Madison Rain was taken out.
Yeah.
And
Was there-
Gale tried to recruit Maria, like there was any chance of that happening.
Here's my point. Was there any reason for Madison to be knocked out other than to just get the Dollhouse to have the upper hand?
Yeah, that's the point.
No, so she's not like injured or anything like that.
Not to my
No,
knowledge.
Okay, so then I look at this as kind of pointless because the Dollhouse could have won. Not necessarily clean or well. I mean, there's no way to really win dirty, but there was no real reason to do it. I found it really didn't. Because
You know
it's
what
like,
the
what
point
are
was?
they going to
The point
do?
was to further the Gale Maria story.
I guess, but it doesn't. I mean, but
Because
that
we
seems
we are probably gonna get Gale Kim versus Maria for the Knockouts.
Oh, I see that, but I mean, it just seems like a long way to go just for that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just
but
because
that was the point.
Yeah.
where-
No, I understand that. It's just sort of, to me, I'm like, well, this, I understand that it filled that feud, but the feud between the beautiful people in the Dollhouse.
Yeah, but nobody's cared about that for.
Well, that's true.
Ever.
But this didn't help the storyline in the
no.
slightest.
No.
Like, it really did not help. It, in fact, hurt it a little bit. So, it just seems kind of like, well, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But, I mean, TNA, I'm looking for far too much, I guess.
So Dollhouse wins. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt
Yeah.
talking EC3 again.
Mm-hmm.
EC3's on his Maya Culpa tour.
Yeah. Mea Culpa Tour 2016.
Saying sorry to everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a dick.
Yeah,
You
hey,
know,
what do you want? I was
gonna
young. I was young 6
I
months
was
ago.
stupid. I didn't know what I was doing.
I didn't know any better.
He really is a politician. Yes.
Yeah.
And then lead to Kurt going out, talking about, again, how he loves the UK.
Yeah.
He literally has America
His
stretched
shirt
across his
literally
chest.
says, like, at first I looked at his shirt, I was like, wow, that's a cool looking shirt. And then I'm like, but I could never wear it because it literally just says American Power. Like, well, okay.
And he's like, I love the UK.
While wearing his American Power shirt.
Oh, well.
Kurt, new gimmicks for the UK, just saying.
And then Lashley comes out and kind of punks him.
Yeah, I guess because apparently we need a heel in this match, which we really don't.
Because the Drew Galloway Kurt Angle matches were great.
Yeah,
neither of them were heels. It was a respect thing.
I mean, shit. This is
That's what this whole thing was. Other than the Matt Hardy match.
Yeah, this is all the fucking the farewell tour. So he's picking and choosing his opponents. I mean, he's being a little facetious with who he throws out the whole "you're the future of the company" thing. Because apparently we're not quite sure if it's EC3 or Drew Galloway, because he said that last week, and then he said EC3 this week. I don't think he knows. But my point originally is, literally, there is no need for Lashley to be a heel in this. None.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of and then we're throwing it out of nowhere, and unless this is a future?
No, because you know what's going to happen. The match will happen, and Kurt will either Kurt will win or
it doesn't really matter.
Lashley will win, one of the two, obviously. But whoever wins, it's still going to end with a handshake.
Yeah,
it's going to be like, sorry, I was a dick.
But again, I don't see the point.
I think Lashley should win because Kurt's not going to be around.
Yeah,
so Lashley is.
And
so let Lashley win.
Lashley's a giant, and no offense to Kurt Angle, because the man can still go. But at the same time, he's a 11, so. Let's have the younger, bigger guy.
Heel, I mean, it would make sense with the woman, the Raquel of it all.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't want to...
she's been.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once he goes bad, he don't show up. Here's my thing, though. I'm so afraid that they're going to use her to screw over Angle in that match. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, I hope not. But we'll see. O'Darg took on and defeated Eli.
Yeah.
At the expense of his mask.
Yeah.
And Eli's trunks.
Yeah.
His bum was hanging out because that's the classic heel thing in a comedy match.
It's got to happen once or twice.
It's funny. His bum's out.
Yeah.
And then it was revealed, obviously, that O'Darg is Grado.
The hell do you say?
What?
Yeah. But apparently...
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. What?
That's a timely reference.
I know, right?
But it's just funny because apparently nobody in the locker room had any clue because... They trot out Billy Corgan to be like, you can't be here. You just can't. You got to go.
I love that for the second or third week, not in a row, but over the time. It's Grado pleading to Billy Corgan in the parking lot, and Billy Corgan not knowing A, who this guy is,
not
or
a clue.
B, what is going on here. Which is great, because Billy Corgan's supposed to be somewhat of an authority figure, last time I checked.
Yeah, but
he's always A, showing up to the show. And by the way, these are always at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So it's Billy showing up for the main event, and then that's it.
Well, in all fairness, if you become
or is he just hanging out in the parking lot?
I'm not sure, but I was more curious. I was more curious as to why he's always so cold. Everybody's walking around.
They are in England.
Yeah, but
England's a bit nippy.
But generally, everybody else is walking around in just regular clothing and stuff like that, and here he is in full snowsuit and hat. I'm like, I understand.
Where's he from?
He's Chicago.
Okay, so you should be used to the cold.
Yeah, he should know some cold, man. I don't know. I mean, I understand he's bald. That would probably hurt. But
okay, that's the hat.
But the big parka seems a little odd, especially with Eli Drake walking out in literally just the weens.
Granted, he's muscles.
Understandable, but
Billy Corgan's never been.
No, he's very skinny.
He's either been skinny or now not so skinny.
Well, he's a little on the puffy side, but I mean that's from age, not necessarily weight gain.
No,
you do get older and get a little puffy because he was the most pumpkins were relevant was around roughly when you made that joke in 1994.
Yeah,
so.
But I just love the fact that Billy Corgan always seems to not know what's going on.
It is a little strange. I mean, it is definitely showing the true factor of the fact that this guy's in a big rock and roll band who's on tour a lot. He's not going to understand what the fuck you idiots are doing. Yeah. Why are we trotting him out? Where's Dixie?
Yeah.
The one who should be doing this shit, where is she?
The actual authority figure, not the name.
Not the name.
The only thing Billy Corgan's done for TNA is he got the Dollhouse their song, and he got the Decay their song.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much. That seems, well, I mean, he may have done more, we don't know.
I know, probably from a financial standpoint, he's probably
well, I mean, he's definitely helped with that. Company. I mean, I guarantee you his name helped get their sale. Mm-hmm. But because, I mean, his name for a minute there
Does
got
his name
them...
still...
Yeah.
Old Cloud?
It still matters, yeah, because he's no...
Now are you saying that as...
No. I'm saying that in a sense... No. I'm not saying that his music is relevant now, which fuck the world for that, because it should be. He's now the elder statesman of it all, right? In all fairness, who's talked about Marilyn Manson in a long, long time, because his music doesn't really rate as far as most people. But
Well,
he's been around for a long time. He gets the Elder Statesman Award. You know what I mean? He's certainly not like Dave Grohl, where the Foo Fighters are still very much relevant. You know, the Pumpkins are respected because of what they did in 1995.
but the Pumpkins are also hip.
Yeah, they're not now.
Yeah.
By any stretch of the imagination. I'm pretty